And then I scored a penalty. But then she said that she wasn't coming back. So I guess it's just maybe me and you. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe we'll have to try and figure something out because it's not really great.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, really?
Hey, super sub, thank you.
Nice.
Nice. Hi,
All
guys.
right, let's go on the show.
Yeah, I learned this.
What's that?
The blind high five. You snap so you know where to high five.
Nice.
I learned it from Sinead.
Who?
Sinead, we had her up on the show.
Excellent, good question. My question was going to be, is your t-shirt the wrong way around?
It is. Have you noticed that?
I just thought like, yes, maybe it is the wrong way around.
It is the wrong way around. But it's to show you that we got merch for the Arc'teryx Alpine Academy that's happening this weekend.
Very exciting, more on that later. But first up, we're going to do a little resume of what happened in Innsbruck. First up, the women's bouldering. There was a mixture of new names and more experienced ones as long-term rivals Janja Garnbret and Jessica Pilz both made the finals along with veteran Fanny Gibert of France. Completing the names in the finals was some fresh-faced youngsters in the form of Jenny Buckley from Slovenia, Annie Sanders from USA and Japan's Nakamuro Mayo. And it was the youngsters setting the pace as the 17-year-old Jenny Buckley and 16-year-old Annie Sanders who were the first to top Boulder 1.
Needs the match though, brings her foot up, hits the match and that's a top for Annie Sanders.
Along with Jessie Pilz and of course Janja Garnbret. It was a testament to the setting that it actually took Janja 3 attempts to climb it. All in all, the setting and coverage was top class, as it usually is in Innsbruck. And as is the norm as well, it was Janja Garnbret setting the pace. And as we came into the last boulder, Janja was ahead of the rest. With the two youngsters, Jenny Buckley and Annie Sanders, the only real hope of catching her, as all three had topped the first 3 boulders, albeit with Janja taking less attempts. And so it was the hardest for last, as the complex and powerful final boulder remained unsolved by the field until it came to Janja, who struggled initially with the boulder, but by the 3rd attempt she had figured out her beater and topped to a huge cheer from the sold-out audience.
And we saw her get emotional here last year, she's going to get emotional here again.
The next evening in the men's finals, it was clear to see that the current dominant force in men's bouldering is Japan. It's not that we haven't seen this kind of domination before. In fact, on 2 previous occasions we have seen the Japanese dominate finals such as this. But with the new generation of boulderers seemingly as strong, and if not stronger than the last, these are very exciting times for the Japanese climbing team. And it was Sota Magasa making his 2nd bouldering final of 2024, who took his debut win on the tour, following up his 4th place in Salt Lake City.
Can he stop it?
Nice, very good movement to catch the binder.
Current bouldering and lead champion Sorato Anraku was looking for his 2nd bouldering win of 2024, but could only finish 3rd.
What's that left?
Another one in the round, 2 flashes.
Meiichi Narasaki, Tomoa's brother, followed up his silver in Salt Lake City with another silver in Innsbruck.
The swing. Yes, he's in.
Toby Roberts of the UK continued his solid season with a 4th place, and first-time finalist German climber Elias Kruger finished 5th, with Japanese climber Kayotani Ritsu coming in 6th. The setting was hard throughout, with a mixture of technical, powerful and coordination boulders, with the 2nd boulder proving too powerful for everyone. So first up, just got to say, the coverage was amazing.
As always, I feel that Innsbruck has excellent quality coverage.
It's like a step up, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in the lead finals, there was even a drone. I think it was the
There's
first.
2 drones.
2 drones?
You told me there's 2 drones.
I saw with my eyeballs one.
Okay. Flo told me those 2. They looked like there was 2.
Okay.
From the shots.
Okay, fine.
But no, like the women's, I thought the actual setting was really, really good, except for Janja Garnbret, who seemed to kind of like float up most of them. But the final one, that was a real battle for her. And then
yeah, it was still very well done that she was the only person to top out the last boulder, which was crazy hard, dual-text holds and like different colors and stuff. So I guess even like
and mantling up on that big the bubble thing.
Yeah, but once she figured it out, the only top of boulder 4, maybe even the only zone. No, top.
I'm not sure, but yeah, no, but it was that was amazing. And then to be honest, for the rest of the climbers, I felt like the setting was really, really good. Like, and even like Janja, like even on the first one, she took 3 attempts to get up it. Like that was.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't like super straightforward. Like no, it was an interesting comp to watch. A lot of new faces, which was fun because it's like like the younger generations like Jenny and Annie Sanders. were in finals, podiums, and even in the guys in the semifinals, yeah, there was like a lot of fresh faces, which is exciting for it.
16 years old, 17 years old.
And Janja.
And Janja. No, I mean, like, it's great to see. And it's good to see Fanny Chiba back in the finals again as well, and Jesse Pilt.
Yeah.
You know, people forget that those guys have been around for quite a while, you know, they're experienced campaigners.
It was such a difficult semi-final round. So yeah, I mean, it's quite a testament to who made it in the final, but yeah, the semi-final was brutal.
What was the atmosphere like for the bouldering?
Warm, like literally like 32 degrees under the sunshine. Like it was super, wait, I'm talking about semis. For the final, exciting. Yes, I think I remember the semifinals better than the finals. No, exciting, yeah. The crowd was insane.
Right.
And it was, I don't know, it's just a cool crowd, really good vibes. It was our first time in Innsbruck as well, so my first time.
It's good space, it's lovely, great space that, isn't it, to watch?
It's a bit small.
But that's what I mean, like they pack you in kind of thing.
They pack you in,
which is quite nice, I think. But like, I mean, I've been going to Innsbruck since like 10 years kind of thing, and they used to have it right in the centre of town by the river, and that was amazing. And they kind of thought that they'd lose it a little bit when they moved out, but I think they've done a pretty good job in like keeping that atmosphere really good.
No, it's a really good venue.
Yeah. And then the women's, then the men's, I mean, crazy domination by the Japanese. But I mean, like, it's not something we haven't seen before, like I said, but the fact that there are 4 Japanese climbers in the final just blows my mind.
Top 3 podium finishers. But I have to say that on the live stream that we did on Sunday at the Innsbruck World Cup, we had on Benny Hartman, who's the Japanese national coach, and he actually spoke about that win of Sota, that like, yeah, he just had a really tough time in the past couple of years, like his parents passed away, and he lost his spot on the Japanese team, and now this year is back, and he's back with a win. So
amazing.
Just like that roller coaster of emotions, and him coaching him, yeah, he mentioned that.
Sota Amagasa, that was his first win. And the story of Sota, and that was also why it was so emotional for me, because he joined the World Cup team 4 years ago. And then after that, he had a really, really tough time for 3 years because his mother died. And then next year also his father got cancer, and then his father actually died last year. And so he could not make the national team, and now he came back, and I was just so happy that he could join us on the World Cup circuit and just, enjoy life. And then that it ended like this was just, for me, the topping. It's super cool.
I kind of hinted at it in that voiceover, like that's not the classic guys that we saw like about 4 or 5 years ago. This is like a new generation of guys coming up on the scene, and that's super interesting, I think. Anyway, that was cool, really, really cool. Should we go to the lead?
Yes, because the lead finals took place Sunday night. We don't have a clip. I need to roll the voiceover. Okay. We're not live anymore.
So smooth.
I forgot. Sunday night kicked off with the men's lead final. Just like every year, the weather forecast was shocking and accurate, since after the men's presentation, it started to rain. Right away, we could see what the route setters had in store for the athletes. A pumpy, bouldery route separated by a dynamic, jumpy boulder problem into a pinch fest, then get to the crux of a route, a campus spinny around move on dual text holds. Early into the finals, Alex Megas set a high point with 42+, and he was the first athlete that we saw in cruise control campusing through the crux. Toby Roberts fell at the crimpy section of the route, 1 hold less than Alex Megas. Then we saw a fairy tale ending. Hometown hero Jakob Schubert came out last, finally making it onto the cheetah volumes, but unfortunately fell at the elevator move just a few moves away from the top.
What a competition. He falls down, but no one really cares. Jakob Schubert takes victory once more in Innsbruck.
During the women's final, the route setters concocted a tricky sequence down low, and we saw most of the competitors fall at the dynamic sequence at hold 22+. Until Sheyeon-so, unfazed by the crux, made her way onto the head wall, just a couple of moves shy from the top. With 36 points, she secured her 3rd place, behind Japanese climber Mori, who after some hesitation stuck the crux move and then changed gear, making quick work of the route, and was the first athlete to top it, with a time of 5 minutes and 46 seconds.
And that's a top, and that is a top, and Janja knows that that is a top.
Janja Garnbret was out last, and as usual handled the pressure. She climbed with confidence and at a good pace, clipping that last draw just 2 seconds shy of 6 minutes.
She's got to make the quick draw. 5 seconds.
To clip.
Oh, that is it for Janja.
So, with the old rules, Janja would have actually lost to Mori. But now the rules have changed and it's like count back to semifinals. So Janja won it fair and square. But there was definitely like some confusion in the crowd. Like it went a bit silent once we realized that, like, yeah, we were still looking at the time for her to top. So there was like this, like, I don't know. It felt like ages. It was probably just 5 seconds towards the end, like of total silence. And then everybody went wild when she topped it. But
was it made clear like that was the new rule?
I don't know.
People aware that was what was happening.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was still like we were looking at the time, I guess, for her to clip on time, and at the same time, like everybody, because in Innsbruck, everybody is a climber. Like they all know what's going on.
Yeah.
So maybe even if they're not like updated with the rules, like it was still tense, the situation. But yeah, it's super cool to watch Janja win for a second time. I guess she's ready for Paris. I mean, she looks in good
She looks in good form.
And then what else happened?
I don't know. Can we talk about the timing thing? Because I'm not sure. We were talking about it just a little bit before, and I think Flo said he didn't think it was that fair. I got to agree with Flo. Like I think as a spectacle,
it would be better if it came down to time.
Yeah, that's it. Surely. What's their thinking? Do you think? Just because I always felt like that was the kind of progression that they were going into, like
speed lead,
like kind of that kind of aspect, just kind of making it a little bit more of a spectacle in terms of time, in terms of like, you know, get like whoever gets up there the quickest is the winner kind of thing. That makes more sense to me. But I understand why they did it, but I don't know. I think the other way was maybe better.
I don't know. In this case, it's like while watching a competition, I was like, oh well, it kind of doesn't matter. As in, and especially for I in this case, like she did just as well as Janja. Like they both top it. In the end, they have the same result. You know, it's like I feel a lead route is meant to like spit people out, and it should be separated by the moves. And in the end, they did the same. So I'd say in this specific case, like yeah, sure, it came down to time. You know, maybe she would have clipped on time because it was 2 seconds away. But I just probably don't care, honestly. I don't
you do care, come on. It's Janja Garnbret. When Janja Garnbret's involved, you care.
I think the 8 second, I think the 8 minute route should have been a thing. Like,
how about this?
Okay,
the same situation in Olympics. It's down to Mori and Janja Garnbret, and Mori climbs it faster.
That's about points.
True. But surely
it won't happen. It won't be the situation.
I don't know.
It would be too stressful to watch.
But no, I think we can agree to disagree. But I would say that like Mori climbed that better.
She had a different pace, I'd say. She after that jumpy move, she turboed.
Yeah,
like we just saw her like
that little
boom.
section she did there was insane. But like that's my personal opinion. I think that like for me, she climbed that route in a better style. Like she like made. I know it was a massive battle for Janja, but the fact was that Mori seemed to kind of get up it with a bit easier, basically. Okay. Agree to disagree.
I don't know what to say for that. Another thing that I wrote down was, Janja. That was the first woman to actually stuck the move. That was pretty cool because there's now a Black Diamond video out, filmed by Janelle, we actually met at the event and all, of the route setter of Jacob Alarker just being like, biting his nails, being like, oh, maybe if they don't slip the move, like cool. It would be such a fail. And then like, he clearly was relieved once Cheyenne stuck it. So yeah.
Should we show the little clip?
Show the clip.
Awesome.
Watching a comp as a route setter is always really stressing. I used to compete and always like to say that I was less stressed when I competed than when I watch after setting. I was part of the lead route setting team this year. Obviously your goal is to set the perfect route and have the perfect ranking and offer the perfect show, but not always the result. Sometimes a lot of athletes fall in the same spot, or maybe the route it's too hard or too easy. So it's really hard to hit the perfect target, and that's why it's so stressful to see it. And when you compete yourself, you have just your 4 minutes and that's it. But when you watch the comp, it's like quali lasts, I don't know, like 5 hours, so you're super stressed for 5 hours.
Just to remind everybody, you've just got back from Innsbruck.
I did just get, yes.
We had live shows going out.
Yes.
3 live shows?
Indeed, from Friday to Sunday.
So that's why we keep kind of referencing you being in Innsbruck. But basically, like, we produced 3 like an hour-long shows talking to like people from route setters to athletes to organisers of the event, loads and loads of stuff. So if you want to watch that, that's all on our YouTube channel now. So head on over to the Climbing Daily channel and you'll be able to see those shows.
Yeah.
And they're long and they're good and they're interesting and they're funny.
And I gotta say sorry to all the people that we scared by going around with a microphone and asking questions. It was probably the first event that, you know, I felt I really scared people. Yeah.
But you got some good reactions.
But we got some good reactions.
I think we should just keep doing it. We've got the Actetics Academy coming up this weekend.
So if you're around, I'll be ready to scare you, apparently.
Yeah, I think you should go and scare some people.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the Actetics Academy?
Oh, I need like a good night's sleep and then I'll be excited.
Really? Okay, fair enough. Two events in a row is quite big. You did very well. You can have a little bit of rest. You deserve a little bit of rest. And now, but then straight into Actetics Academy this weekend.
Straight into Actetics Academy.
If you're coming, let us know in the comments. And if you're very excited, and if you want to if you want to get scared by Terry, let us know as well.
Yeah, just smile and I usually walk towards you because it means you're not shy of the camera. That's what a smile means to me now. People not being scared of the camera.
Exactly. That's good. That's good work. Right. So Innsbruck done.
I've got one news story from Fionnay, which is close by here. American climber Sam Weir sent a pretty remarkable boulder. F the system, an 8C+/V16 in Fionnay, Switzerland. After falling twice on the 5/8 top out 6 weeks ago, Sam waited for better condies and finally found a dry window to finish off this boulder. Sam actually began this project last summer, making significant progress, but still falling short at the crocs. In an interview with 8A.nu, he put a strong emphasis on the style of this boulder, essentially saying he sent it without a knee bar, which keeps the grade at 8C+. So summer bouldering season has started.
5/8 top out.
5/8 top out, but falling on it.
5/8 top out. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I could even do a 5/8.
Yeah, you can. You just need your shoes. Where are they? Still in Japan?
Yeah, they're still in Japan. If anybody in Japan finds them, pair of La Sportiva Katana.
Size?
Lace, 44. They're pretty big, so they probably wouldn't fit anyone in Japan. Yeah, sad day. Or if La Sportiva want to send me another pair of Katana lace, I'd happily take them.
We have Nate coming by. Maybe you should ask him.
From Scarpa?
Yeah.
What's the Scarpa version of a
Katana lace? Those are new generators you should get.
Maybe I'll get them. That's Sam Weir, nice.
That's it for media.
Good work. Should we do the 9B counter?
There are none.
Where have all the 9Bs gone?
Just not being sent.
No.
Just terrible conditions.
They're either competing at the World Cup or they're route setting at the World Cup.
True.
All those 9B guys. Where was that Adam Undra? Why was he not competing?
I'm guessing he was tired. Oh yeah, it was this comp was right after Budapest, so like half the people were just like clearly exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like we bumped into Lena, the photographer. We was just like, words, hi, yes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
There you go. That's why. Right. Next up, we've got shop stuff.
We do. What's up with what do we have on sale? Because it's summer sale.
Right now, we've got up to a whole bunch of % off Black Diamond, Patagonia, Rab. It's a summer sale. You can get up, look, our line is you can get up to 50%, but I found a couple of deals where you can get up to 70%.
Oh.
So first up, we got the Patagonia Sync Anorak, which is at 70% off. 47 euros 60, depending where you're from, down from 158.66. That is mega bargain deal. 70%.
And it has a really good pocket.
Has a nice pocket at the front. And then also, one that we're pushing today, we're trying to do a deal of the day every day. Today's deal is the Black Diamond Approach Down hoodie, which is at 40% off. and that's like a nice, lightweight, insulated jacket, and it is ridiculously cheap. I had a bit of a tete-a-tete with somebody on the comments for having a go at me for saying something was ridiculously cheap, an Alpine jacket, and he was like, how can 250 euros be ridiculously cheap?
Because it's usually 500, that's why.
Like, exactly. To be fair, he was very nice. I might mention him in the comment of the week, but yeah, he was like, yeah, fair enough. I looked at it, you're right. But yeah, these things are expensive. So now is the time, if you want to get one, because they are ridiculously cheap.
And you might need them for your summer adventures.
Or even your winter ones.
But it's summer sale.
But,
Are we done with quotation marks?
There you go. So just keep an eye out on our social media. Subscribe to the Epic TV shop page. That's where you find out about the deals of the day every day. We're publishing that every day this week, and hopefully in the coming weeks for the summer sale. So that's shop stuff. Have you bought lots of stuff for the shop stuff recently? You have been sent a lot of Arc'teryx gifts.
I was going to say, it's been a really good week of presents. So thank you, brands. And what else did I want to talk about? Arc'teryx, because this weekend we've got the Arc'teryx Academy.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we dropped the video from the Arc'teryx Climb Academy. So here's a little teaser.
So I'm here with Paul, who's a mountain guide on this clinic. Just one question for you. What are you hoping to teach to the people here today?
Chatting to them, they've got a fairly advanced set of skills. So rather than me taking them guided multi-pitch rock climbing, we're going to go multi-pitch rock climbing, but they're going to be leading pitches, building belays, and I'm going to be coaching them on their...
Comment of the week?
Shall we add in a new segment of random climbing question?
Before comment of the week? Okay, go for it.
I've got a list. Give me a number.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. What's the weirdest place you've ever climbed?
The weirdest place I've ever climbed? Oulu in Finland.
Oh.
Because it was so cold. I mean, it wasn't really weird, but it was
climbed.
It was a weird experience.
As in ice climbed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did a little bit. I got up on the wall. Oh, I tell you where else I've done it. There's a cave, an ice climbing cave, in between Annecy and Chamonix. It's in the mountains. It's a secret cave that nobody really knows about. I don't know where it is. Somewhere in that area.
It's secret.
But you like took lights down there and stuff. That was really, really cool.
You need to shake it all off, otherwise you can take a real snowman.
I've got a weird place and I would never go back to. Sorry if somebody put it the time and space of their life to bolt this place. It's called Garnbret. It's in Italy, close to Lecco. It was just
Awful.
It was just
Was it weird though?
It was like extremely polished, and it is in a weird, like in between place. You're not quite at the lake. You're not in the mountains. You're in between like a highway, and the approach was nice. I think it was really short.
Oh yeah.
It's probably a good crag for families.
Was it slippy? Was it polished?
Yeah. I also went in the middle of summer. It's definitely not a summer place. Yeah.
Shame.
Beginner mistakes, but yeah.
Good question. Okay, same question to you guys. Where's the weirdest place you've ever been? Let us know in the comments below. Maybe we'll pin the comment.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will. Maybe. Comment of the week?
Have you got one?
I've got one.
Have you got a funny one?
Yeah, but I've just got a conversation. But I said I'd mention it.
Yeah.
Okay, comment of the week. Cool. Right, my one is from João Soares 7446 says, "Are you mental? Calling a 270 USD jacket cheap? Lol." So then we went back and forth a little bit because I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of cheap because it's like an Alpine jacket. They normally cost about 400 or 500 euros. And in the end, Joao was very cool. He's like, quick Google search, you're right. What the actual something? There are some over 800 euros. Sorry for the overreaction, but at least my ignorance is cured now. There you go.
Oh yeah, some are over 800 euros.
Some people don't go alpine climbing, so it's fair enough that they'd be like, why would you pay 800 euros for a jacket? But you put that jacket in an alpine situation, that's when you find out how good a jacket is.
That's why.
What?
Thank your parents for sending them.
All right, cool. On that semi-aggressive note, should we end this show?
Yes. We'll see you. We'll literally see you around. Realistically, we're gonna see you at the Arterix Alpine Academy.
Yeah, let us know if you come in. Royal Wave.